So for this week's Just One Quilt Story, I'm with Mags, and quilting has saved her from drinking too many cocktails in her retirement, I think.
Oh well, I'm not sure about that. I can still with a drink. I worked overseas. I worked in Azerbaijan for 14 years, and we used to do a lot of work for the charities, particularly the orphanages. And this quilt here was in a silent auction, and I thought, I really wanted a quilt. I've never had a quilt. I've never quilted in my life, and I thought, I'm going to buy that. So I popped in a bid, a secret bid, obviously, but got my friend to keep an eye on it, and I paid $350 for this beautiful handmade quilt, which I love and I use every day. When I got back to the UK, I needed a hobby, and when I was unpacking the quilt, I thought I could learn how to do that. So I started to go on the internet, as we all do. I made my first quilt. For me, I mean, over the past 5 years I've lost a granddaughter, my dad. Michael had a couple of threatened strokes, TIAs, and then Mum dying. And if it wasn't for my sewing, I wouldn't have got through it. Because when you sew and you're at your machine, you've got to concentrate, else you lose a finger, or you make a mistake and then you're having to get out that ripper, and I hate ripping. So yeah, I think it's been one of the best things I ever learned. Sorry. So yeah, it's been a form of therapy. It's been a way of coping sometimes when I've not been able to walk out the door. I'd started doing courses when I arrived back in Edinburgh, and pretty much within a month of Dad dying, we got the news that Mum was chronically ill with fibrosis. So it wasn't long before she was in a wheelchair, and she didn't like going out in the wheelchair, and so she got cold. So I made this quilt for my mum. But I was really apprehensive because it was not really what I was making. I was quite modern in what I was making. But I knew my mum well enough that I thought, okay, she'll like this. And thankfully she did, because she was one of those women that would say to you, oh, yeah, thank you. Did you keep the receipt when you gave her a gift? So I was thinking, well, she's not going to be able to return this, and there's a lot of work going into this, but I took it and she did use it. I was going to bury her in it, but we didn't in the end. And my youngest grandchild was on it the other week, and I thought, I'm glad I never, because it's sort of a link regardless of whether or not Mum's here now. So she's still here. You know, I went through the summer this year where we were establishing the garden in the house, and so I never had a lot of time for sewing. And I could not wait for the rainy days when I could get back in my sewing room. I think that when the beauty or the thing that I like about quilting is that I'm creating something that probably will outlive me. They're an enduring piece of history, and I really believe in legacy. And I think that if everybody made one quilt for one member of their family, or their 8 grandchildren in my case, that, you know, I hope that when they get that cuddle from that quilt, it'll be me they remember. And I think everybody should have something that they love doing in their life that they want to leave as a memory for somebody. And I think quilting for me is what it is.